There's an essential nutrient that's gotten a really bad rap over the last 30, 40 years. Just because it's essential doesn't mean all types of it are good, and that's probably why the confusion and the myths began in the first place. Are you ready to bust some myths with me? And it's important to know that fats are the only one of the 3 macronutrients that don't increase your insulin or only marginally increases it. And it's also the one that gives you the most satiety or keeps you full the longest. And you can almost assuredly bet that the less fats you get in, the more carbs you're going to get in, which then means you're going to spike your insulin. Now here's the tricky part that causes so much confusion with everyone. What is a healthy oil? So here's the thing. Unsaturated fats like seed oils and most vegetable oils, not so good. Saturated fats, good. The 5 healthy or good ones are things like animal fats, butter and ghee, coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. You're probably being told that saturated fats are going to increase your cholesterol and increase your risk of cardiovascular problems, and that's just not true. In fact, the more unsaturated the fat, the more quickly it can become oxidized, and they're more likely to contain unwanted chemicals. So yes, use saturated and monounsaturated fats from things like animal products and fruit sources. So saturated fats come from animal fats and coconut oil. And the monounsaturated come from things like the fruits of avocado and olive. And then there's when and where to use them. So for cooking or frying, you want to use things like butter, ghee, lard, coconut oil. And the monounsaturated fats are ideal for salad dressings because they're liquid at room temperature. Now there's also polyunsaturated fats, which comes from things like seeds and nuts, like chia seeds and flax seeds, and then all of the nut sources. Polyunsaturated fats are the closest to unsaturated and should be used with caution. And it's also worth noting that most nut oils have a good amount of carbohydrates in them, and then it's going to affect your insulin levels a little differently than the monounsaturated and saturated fats. So if you want to stay full longer, keep your insulin levels down, become more metabolically flexible, use those monounsaturated and saturated fats, follow the 5 tips I give you, and you'll be on your way.